Who was checking in?
I just finished.
Oh, super. How did it go?
You missed a pretty big nugget.
Oh, what was it?
I can't. You're gonna have to watch the video. It was pretty deep. It got into a really key thing.
Whenever Andrew's here, I'm inspired to eat different foods. I don't know
Are
what
you
it
really?
is. Yeah.
I'm going to have
I'm feeling like
Sudanese.
it's a chicken and waffles kind today.
Whoa! Going out on left field.
Holy shit.
Holy.
But I'm not gonna get it.
Oh. What? Oh.
There we go.
Well, that was a big
I
letdown.
retract that holy shit.
Disappointment. My confidence has fleed from this conversation.
I told you.
I'm not able to read in between the margins here.
All right, sure, why not?
Are you familiar
I
with
need your glasses. All right, let's do this. Do you go
Young
CPR?
guys.
Go all the way down.
Do you
CPR?
feel like
Yeah.
a game of squash today?
Do I feel like a game of squash?
Or tennis or badminton so I can kick your ass?
Oh, there it is. All right, let's do it. I can take you, old man.
Out comes McClimmon, and here goes Lukowicz and Crowder.
Does anybody have a problem that I was late today?
No.
No.
Does anybody want to know how come I was late?
No. Do you want to tell us?
Andrew, can we switch seats?
Well, let's start with check-ins. Okay. Who's up?
Well, I can check it step in here a little bit, and I have no problem eating and checking in. What has been holding us back and succeeding in business a lot is our own personal bullshit about what we think we're worth, about what we're capable of. It's very altruistic to try and help the client all the time, and in doing so, we sacrifice ourselves. I cut you a little bit of a break because I'm a nice guy, but not at the sake of sacrificing my own business and my own profits.
Just in a moment, can I just mention one more thing?
Sure.
Around languaging, is that B-U-T. That Bennett said, I'm a nice guy.
But
Yeah.
B-U-T.
Yeah.
So just realize that negated what was just said. Replace that with and. I'm a nice guy and I know how to whatever the rest of it is.
I'm not being my client's accountant or conscience. It costs what it costs, regardless. If you don't see the benefit of our services or where we are, there's lots of other people that will do it for less that don't have confidence or not good at their job, and you can take that risk. I'm done acknowledging the client's deficiencies, fears, whatever, from the sake of me taking that on for them. I'm addressing them as far as let me solve it for you, but not at the expense of me discounting my rates or me doing extra work or me trying to make them happy. So,
can I say back to you what I heard during your check-in?
sure.
I've been so far unsuccessful in communicating a value proposition to my clients in any way except by discounting. And so instead of finding a way to communicate my value proposition within their values, I'm just going to brute force the fact that I'm the expert, and if they don't just automatically recognize the value of my product, then fuck you, they can go find someone else. And I would just give you the feedback that that's a fairly polarized approach, right? I see you attempting to contrast out one polarized way of behavior with another, and that's good for juxtaposition in your own mind. But in terms of how you're consciously expressing your approach now, I would encourage you not to express it in the way that you have been, which is through contrast.
For me, it's just the people-pleasing nature. So I instantly go into people-pleasing mode, not because I don't think I'm worth it, because I think that's what someone wants to hear.
But ask, where does my compulsion for people-pleasing come from?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I know where that comes from.
It comes from not being certain that you can be self-evidently valuable.
Right.
Part of having other people recognize my value is making sure that I recognize my value from their perspective. The fact right now you're overriding that compulsion with a contrast, right? You're like, okay, this compulsion drives me into this pole of behavior, and so to compensate against that and to learn the full spectrum, I'm going to now brute force into this behavior. But those are both trajectories that come off of that initial compulsion. If you find evidence, real evidence, data in your life to support where you've created value that other people have recognized, like go out and make a whole list and be like, hey, I created value for this person this way. I created value for this person this way. I created value for this person this way. Create a huge list of all the evidence in your life where you've created value for people
Okay.
will give you psychological reinforcement and dissolve that compulsion where you're like, oh shit, is this person going to see my value?
Bingo,
Intellectually, you've agreed with yourself, yes, I am valuable.
Yes.
But you don't have a data set that really gives you certainty and confidence behind that statement.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying if you went and collected 300 points of evidence that aligns with that statement of affirmation, and you felt like you went to each of those memories and you felt how it feels to have created that value for people, that emotional evidence building process
Yeah.
dissolves that compulsion where you're like, well, I am valuable, but every time I go to be valuable, I have to recreate it. Feeling into who you are because of that value that you created in that moment. Because you feel a certain way when you're like, I don't know if I can create value.
Right.
And you feel a certain way when you're like, I fucking created value.
Yes.
I feel a different way just saying the two things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the important thing is when you find the evidence, not just to notate it intellectually, but to just to feel into it and be in that feeling. So take the CPR. I am a man running a profit-centered business or a profitable business.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. What if my subconscious is like, but you're not profitable? I am a man running a profitable business. Where do I have evidence of that demonstrated as true in my life? And once I witness that evidence in the mind's eye, how do I feel within the scope of that evidence being true in my life?
I've always had a problem with affirmations because it's believing the untrue in my brain, right?
Until you find evidence.
What he's getting at.
Yeah, until you
Right.
find evidence.
So when you're actually saying something where it's like, I run a profitable business. Well, that's the scenario. I just run a profitable business. But the numbers show net profit minus 2,000.
Right. And so John would say nothing is missing. What is the form it's appearing in? That's the DeMartini method. Nothing is missing. You're expecting it in a form. In this case, profit implies cash. However,
Right.
but my values will demonstrate the form differently than cash. So where is my form of profit then? Well, I'm investing in my culture. I'm investing in my team. I'm investing in our IP. I'm investing in Jarvis. I'm investing in
It's not
XYZ
in the
thing.
dollar profit number.
Right.
I know you brought this up, but it's kind of hitting home now that yes, it's the value has always been there. It's just in the format that I haven't acknowledged. Why isn't this money? Why isn't this money? Because
Right.
I haven't lit the gas on fire to turn it into money.
Well,
I
so
just
let's
poured
imagine
gas.
your subconscious is believing, I don't have profit, I don't have equity, I don't have capital.
Yeah.
Because that's the belief you've programmed.
Yeah.
You're now looking right at them.
Right,
and you
right,
don't
right.
see it. Because your initial compulsion drives your perceptions.
Yeah.
You can look at something, it can be right in front of you, but because of the belief system you've programmed into your subconscious,
Yeah.
it will present to you evidence to support that infrastructure.
in a different format though. Like,
So if you've convinced your subconscious, I'm poor, they don't have any value, you can look at it and it could be a pile of gold and you would not see it. And let me give you a nuance so that you can, because me saying how do you feel is abstract.
yeah.
Where in the body do you feel that? Because every thought comes with a feeling and the feeling always exists and the feeling is in a different place in your body for every different thought. When you're like, okay, I have evidence to support that I am wealthy and valuable to my clients in this way. Okay, where in the body do you feel that? And find it, physically find the tense ions. Being in the feelings, that's it, we're done. You take the visualization, the affirmation, pair it with a feeling, move on. It doesn't have to be like 15 minutes. It's just like,
No, I like that. I think that was a piece missing from before is affirmations is one thing, but to cement it with feeling is that I think is the missing link.
yeah. The whole physiology begins to support those beliefs.
I get that. I can see the connection.
Yeah, so anyways, that's a good clip. We should like make a process out of this.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Daily Genius number 65. We do affirmations every morning at this company, but the idea of pairing an affirmation with an actual physical feeling in the body is, I think, an important step that you may not realize because I didn't realize it for sure. So I'm going to try that from now on whenever I do my affirmations in the morning. And if you guys do affirmations, which you should because they're nice, then you should also use the same method that Alex described in this episode because I think you guys will find it very helpful. All right, so don't forget to share this video with your friends. Make a comment if you got any questions or anything. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, like us, subscribe to our YouTube channel because that's good too. We got a YouTube channel. And come back for more Daily Genius next week. Thanks, guys.